This is Molokai, the island that time chose to walk past. If you have ever wondered who still remembers Hawaii before the rush, before the high-rises and neon nights, this is where that memory lives. We are here to understand why this place feels different, and why its rhythm seems to slow your pulse the moment you arrive. This is not just a destination. It is a return to something essential. Formed more than 1 million years ago, Molokai rose from fire and sea. The island stretches across 670 square kilometers, shaped by volcanic power and softened by time. Its valleys hold stories older than memory. Every ridge feels like a page in a living history book written in stone. Unlike its busier neighbors, Molokai chose another path. Large-scale development paused at its shores, leaving room for families and traditions to breathe. Here, community is not a slogan but a daily practice. Life moves to the cadence of conversation, shared meals, and respect for the land. The ocean is both provider and teacher. Generations have learned to read its moods, its winds, and its quiet warnings. Fishing here is not commerce alone, it is heritage. The sea offers sustenance, and in return, it asks for humility. The land speaks just as clearly as the waves. Taro patches or lo'i sustain body and culture alike. Stewardship here is sacred, rooted in the belief that people belong to the land, not the other way around. On Molokai, cultivation is an act of gratitude. Stories are the heartbeat of this island. They pass from lips to ears, from elders to keiki, shaping identity with each telling. Legends of voyagers, warriors, and guardians echo in the wind. And when you listen carefully, you realize you are being woven into the story too. Along the north shore stand some of the highest sea cliffs on Earth. They guard the island like ancient sentinels. Their scale humbles even the most seasoned traveler. Here, nature asserts its authority without apology. Seen from above, Oloʻupena Falls reveals itself in silver threads. Dropping nearly 900 meters, it is one of the tallest sea cliffs waterfalls in the world. Fed by seasonal rains, it appears and disappears like a whispered secret. Its elusiveness only deepens its mystique. From this vantage, the falls feel fragile against the immensity of stone. Yet they endure season after season. Their quiet persistence mirrors the island itself. Strength here does not roar. It flows. Access to this coast is rare, by helicopter or by boat alone. The journey requires intention, patience, and trust in skilled hands. Perhaps that is the point. Molokai reveals itself only to those willing to approach with care. The world often imagines Hawaii as crowds and cocktails. But here lies a different narrative. Molokai resisted the tide of mass tourism. In doing so, it preserved something increasingly rare: authentic stillness. Hospitality here is personal. It arrives in handmade leis and genuine eye contact. Visitors are not customers but guests. And guests are expected to respect the home they enter. There are no traffic lights on Molokai. No towering resorts casting shadows over the sand. The absence feels intentional, almost protective. Simplicity becomes luxury. Papohaku Beach stretches wide and empty, one of Hawaii's largest white sand beaches. Standing here you feel wonderfully small. The silence is expansive. It invites reflection rather than distraction. When darkness settles, the sky performs its own ceremony. Without city glare, constellations blaze brilliantly. The universe feels close enough to touch. On Molokai, even the night speaks clearly. Music here does not demand attention. It invites it. Slacky guitar carries stories without words. Each note lingers like a memory half remembered. The rhythm mirrors the island's unhurried pulse. Rain nourishes both waterfall and field. It is the quiet architect of Oloʻupena's fleeting beauty. Without it, the cliffs would stand bare. With it, they shimmer with life. Community binds generations tightly together. Families remain close, stories intertwined. Children grow up knowing the names of winds and tides. Identity here is rooted, not drifting. Yet Molokai is not fragile paradise. Storms remind residents of nature's authority. The island demands resilience. And resilience has shaped its people for centuries. In moments like this, the waterfall transforms. What was delicate becomes powerful. The understanding of that strength and gentleness coexist. Molokai's character is forged in this balance. After every storm, clarity returns. The island breathes again, renewed. Visitors who witness this shift begin to understand its deeper rhythm. Transformation is constant, yet never chaotic. He speaks of ancestors who navigated by stars alone, of a time when survival depended entirely on cooperation. His words carry weight, grounded in lived experience. Listening becomes an act of respect. Here, celebration is intimate. No grand stages, no flashing lights. Joy is found in shared presence. And the island itself seems to join the gathering. The falls return to their delicate form, as if reminding us that power need not be permanent to be profound. Their fleeting beauty mirrors our own brief visits. What matters is how deeply we notice. Stewardship defines Molokai's future. Protecting the land is not nostalgia, it is necessity. Each planted shoot is a promise to the next generation. Sustainability is woven into daily life. Adventure here is quiet and personal. There are no crowds to compete with. Only your heartbeat and the sound of water beneath you. Solitude becomes companion rather than absence. Faith and tradition anchor the community. These structures have weathered storms just as people have. Their endurance reflects shared belief. Time passes, but values remain. Commerce here feels human. Transactions begin with conversation. Stories are traded alongside goods. Even buying food becomes a cultural exchange. Uncrowded landscapes are rare in our modern world. Molokai guards them fiercely. Preservation is not resistance to progress. It is progress defined differently. The island measures wealth in well-being. Something shifts in those who linger here. The island's stillness becomes internal. Anxiety loosens its grip. And priorities subtly rearrange themselves. Music returns like an old friend. It reminds us that experiences are meant to be felt fully. Each chord echoes across valleys and hearts alike. The island hums in harmony. evening signals rest, not rush. The day closes softly. There is dignity in this unhurried cycle. Work and rest exist in balance. Even footprints fade here. The island teaches impermanence without sorrow. What remains is memory and respect. Visitors leave lighter than they arrived. Traditions continue, carried forward with care. The next generation inherits both beauty and responsibility. Molokai trusts them to remember. And memory becomes legacy. From fire-born mountains to silver waterfalls, Molokai endures. Its strength lies not in spectacle but in sincerity. The island does not perform. It simply exists, and that authenticity resonates deeply. Departures here feel personal. You leave with more than photographs. You carry stories and subtle lessons. Molokai imprints itself quietly on the heart. From above, Molokai appears small, yet its impact feels immense. Perspective shifts with altitude, and gratitude grows with distance. The waterfall stands as a symbol of quiet resilience. Sometimes strong, sometimes delicate. Always present, always true to itself. You came seeking escape. Instead you found connection. Molokai did not overwhelm you. It welcomed you. And in its stillness, you rediscovered your own. Molokai remains as it has always been. Peaceful, grounded, enduring. A place where ocean, land, and story intertwine. Long after you leave, its rhythm lingers within you. And perhaps that is the greatest journey of all.
Hi everyone, subscribe to Travel Style for more travel tips. Look at these stunning temples. Don't forget to subscribe.